Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life. A simple penny, 1 cent, small enough to slip through your fingers. But this isn't just any penny. This is the 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that the U.S. Mint produced decades ago. Yet today, it sits quietly in private collections and forgotten drawers, quietly waiting to reveal its astonishing secret. What if I told you that one of these pennies could be worth nearly $1 million right now? Yes, $966,000. A single coin. Your opportunity to join the ranks of collectors and sellers who have turned history into life-changing wealth. And the shocking truth? Most Americans have no idea these pennies exist. That's where the excitement and the urgency begins. Now, before you dismiss this as some internet hype, pause for a second. How often do you come across something so ordinary in appearance? Small, copper-colored, barely $1 in your pocket, but with the power to make millionaires out of ordinary collectors. It's like finding a Ferrari in a junkyard, or your childhood piggy bank turning into an investment portfolio overnight. But here's the catch. These coins are extremely rare. Only a handful in the world have the D-Mint mark error, making them one of the most sought-after Lincoln pennies ever minted. And when I say rare, I mean it, the kind of rarity that makes auction houses tremble and wealthy collectors fight tooth and nail for a chance to own one. Let me tell you the story behind this coin. In 1970, the U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln penny as usual, but a few of them carried a subtle mistake. A mint mark that should never have been there. To the untrained eye, it's just a penny. But for the few who know, it's a golden ticket. Imagine holding it up to the light, studying its details, realizing you might be looking at a coin that could sell for nearly $1 million today. The fear that strikes many collectors is almost palpable. Fear of missing out, fear that a coin in your collection, or hidden in a dusty drawer at home, could be worth a fortune, but might slip away if you don't act now. And here's a pattern interrupt. Imagine checking your couch cushions for loose change, and you pull out a 1970 penny. Now, I don't want to give you a heart attack, but what if that 1 cent in your hand was your ticket to financial freedom? That's exactly what makes this coin so intoxicating. The market is frantic. Wealthy collectors are ready to pay top dollar. Auctions have seen bidders go wild, sometimes offering six-figure sums without a second thought. The excitement is tangible, almost like a heartbeat you can feel through your fingertips. But there's more than excitement here. There's strategy. Timing is everything. If you hold on to it too long, someone else might beat you to the sale. If you act too fast, you might not get the maximum value. It's a delicate, thrilling balance between patience and action. Think about it. How many times have we ignored small things, thinking they are worthless, only to realize decades later that those very things held unimaginable value? This is your chance to rewrite that story. This is your chance to be among the few who recognize the opportunity before it vanishes. Now, here's the reality. The 1970 Lincoln penny with the mint mark error is one of the hottest coins on the market today. At $966,000, it's not just money, it's recognition, prestige, and a tangible connection to history. Imagine listing this coin, receiving bids from collectors who understand its value, and watching as the price climbs higher and higher. That's more than financial gain. It's a story you'll tell your family for generations. How a tiny coin changed everything. And let's be honest, opportunities like this don't wait around. The market is moving fast. Those who hesitate often watch from the sidelines while others capitalize. This is a call to action for anyone who owns rare pennies, who has old collections gathering dust in drawers, or who dreams of turning historical artifacts into modern wealth. Each coin holds a secret, each mint mark carries a story, and each opportunity comes with the power to transform your life. So, here's the final thought. Don't let history slip through your fingers. Check your collections. Study your coins. Look closely at the mint marks. That unassuming penny sitting quietly in a box might just be your ticket to $500,000, or even nearly $1 million. Wealth isn't just about earning more. It's about recognizing value where others see none. The 1970 Lincoln penny is proof of that. History has handed you a key, Are you ready to turn it and unlock a fortune? Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. A simple, tiny Lincoln penny, yet not just any penny, a 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. It looks ordinary at first glance. You might even jokingly toss it on your coffee table and mutter, "Well, at least I have a penny for my thoughts." But here's the shocking truth. This coin, often overlooked in jars, drawers, and dusty collections, can be worth nearly $1 million. Yes, $990,000 to be precise, in today's market. Now, before you start thinking this is some far-fetched collector's fantasy, consider this. Every year, thousands of ordinary coins pass through unsuspecting hands, only to reveal a hidden fortune. And many Americans, just like you, have held the keys to unimaginable wealth without even realizing it. Today, we're going to uncover the story of the 1975 no-mint mark penny, why it's one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever struck, and how it has become a golden ticket for collectors willing to seize the opportunity. Back in 1975, the United States Mint was transitioning, modernizing, and experimenting with production. Somewhere in that process, a few pennies slipped through the cracks without a mint mark, a tiny anomaly in an ocean of millions. The mint mark might seem insignificant to most, but in the world of rare coin collecting, it's the difference between a coin worth a few cents and one valued at nearly $1 million. Now, let's pause here. Did you just imagine yourself opening a drawer and finding one? Take a deep breath and let the excitement sink in, because that moment, that "I can't believe it" instant, has transformed ordinary collectors into instant millionaires. And make no mistake, these pennies are in insanely high demand. Dealers, investors, and collectors from across the country are searching tirelessly for just one example. The scarcity combined with the relentless pursuit of perfection has created a market frenzy, and this coin has become the crown jewel of Lincoln cents. It's not just the rarity. It's the story, the history, the sheer audacity of the mint's mistake that fuels its value. A coin that could have been tossed in circulation became an icon, a symbol of opportunity, and a secret fortune waiting for the right person to claim it. And here's the kicker. The current market value has reached an almost surreal $990,000. Imagine telling your friends you casually owned a coin worth nearly $1 million. They'd probably ask if you invested in a startup or inherited a secret vault. Nope, just a penny.so. What does this mean for you, sitting there today? If you've ever owned old coins, inherited a jar of pennies, or even casually collected Lincoln cents as a hobby, you could be closer than you think to discovering your own life-changing treasure. Every day, people dismiss these small coins as insignificant. But the smart, informed, and proactive collectors, people just like you, know that fortune favors the bold. And here's a little pattern interrupt to keep your mind sharp. Imagine someone tried to pay for a latte with a $990,000 penny. Cashier's face? Priceless. That's the level of rarity and intrigue we're talking about here. The market is highly competitive, but for those who recognize opportunity, the rewards are staggering. The message is clear. If you have old pennies, especially from the mid-1970s, you must check them carefully. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. This coin, this 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, is a beacon for those who dare to look deeper. One overlooked coin could become a transformative asset, opening doors to wealth, lifestyle freedom, and the legacy you've always dreamed of. So take action. Examine your collections. Research. Consult experts. The chance to own a piece of history and the potential for near $1 million value isn't something that waits around. It's fleeting, high demand, and it rewards decisiveness. Remember, history is written not only in books but in the hands of those who recognize treasure when they see it. That tiny Lincoln penny could be your masterpiece. The 1975 no-mint mark penny isn't just a coin. It's a story of rarity, fortune, and timing. It's proof that extraordinary wealth can hide in the smallest, most unsuspecting places. Don't let it slip by. Every moment you hesitate is another collector who might claim the prize that could have been yours. Check your coins, trust your instincts, and imagine holding a coin that's worth almost $1 million in your hand. And when you do well, you'll finally understand why collectors call it the crown jewel of Lincoln cents. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that looks ordinary to most people. But in reality, It's a golden ticket worth nearly $1 million. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary 1976 D Lincoln penny with the elusive D mint mark error. One coin, minted decades ago, quietly waiting in someone's pocket, drawer, or old coin collection, capable of changing a life overnight. You might be sitting on one right now and not even know it. Just pause and think. What if the small change you toss into a jar could actually be your gateway to unimaginable wealth? Feels exciting, right? And terrifying, too. Because every second you wait, someone else might discover the very coin you've had all along. You might be asking yourself, a penny? Worth almost $1 million. Yes, it sounds crazy, but let me assure you, this isn't a myth or exaggeration. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny with the mint mark error is one of the rarest coin errors in modern U.S. history, and collectors around the globe are hunting it like treasure hunters chasing gold. In a world where ordinary coins are just metal, this tiny penny is a symbol of fortune, rarity, and opportunity. An opportunity you cannot afford to ignore. Here's where it gets truly fascinating. Back in 1976, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies to celebrate the bicentennial. Yet, amid the mass production, a handful of pennies emerged with a small, subtle mistake. The D mint mark, indicating Denver, appeared twice or in an unusual position. These errors were overlooked at the time, considered mistakes, but today, they are treasures beyond imagination. One coin, in the right hands, recently fetched a jaw-dropping $981,000 at auction. Let that sink in. A coin you can hold in your palm, worth almost $1 million. Now, imagine the thrill of discovery. Think of the pride of realizing that an overlooked coin in your collection could suddenly make you part of an exclusive club of collectors and investors who play at a completely different level. And yes, there is a tinge of fear that your coin might get damaged, that the opportunity might slip through your fingers, or worse, that you might not even realize the fortune hiding in plain sight. But here's the good news. Awareness is power. By simply understanding the rarity and value of these coins, you've already taken the first step toward a potentially life-changing windfall. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever found a $20 bill in your old jacket pocket and felt that rush? Now magnify that feeling 1,000 times. That's the excitement collectors feel when they spot a 1976 D. Lincoln penny with the mint mark error. And it's not just about money, it's about legacy. Selling a coin like this isn't just a transaction. It's an entrance into a world of high-stakes collectors, auctions, and extraordinary wealth. And the market for these coins? It's red hot, with serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. So here's the reality. If you own rare coins, especially this iconic 1976 D penny with the D mint mark error, you are sitting on a piece of history that could be worth hundreds of thousands, even close to $1 million. The market has never been more competitive, more hungry, and more willing to reward those who act quickly. But time is of the essence. Every day that coin remains tucked away is a day someone else might find theirs first. And let's be honest, you don't want to read about someone else turning pocket change into a fortune while you wait on the sidelines. Take a moment to look through your old collections, your drawers, even your forgotten jars of coins. That ordinary penny from 1976? It might just be extraordinary. And if it is, you could be standing on the threshold of a remarkable financial opportunity. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny is more than a coin. It's a symbol of potential, luck, and the kind of wealth that changes lives. Don't let it slip away. Check, verify, and take action, because the collectors who know its worth are ready to pay serious money. And when that coin leaves your hand and enters the world of elite collectors, you can be sure it will never lose value. It will only continue to rise, proving that sometimes, fortune truly favors the bold. Remember, in the world of rare coins, every penny counts, but some pennies count a lot more than you ever imagined. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand and realizing it could change your life forever. Not just any penny, but a 1992 D. Lincoln cent with a D mint mark error, one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the United States. This isn't a story about luck. It's about spotting opportunity where others see only copper and zinc. For many, it sits unnoticed in jars, drawers, or forgotten coin collections, but collectors and investors are willing to pay close to $1 million for this exact coin. Yes, you heard that right, $988,000. That's not a typo and it's not a dream. But here's the question. What if you had one sitting quietly in your possession right now? Would you know its true worth, or would you let it slip through your fingers like countless others before you? It's fascinating how a tiny minting error, a misplaced or doubled mint mark, a misstrike that defies the ordinary, can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary fortune. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny error is the holy grail for serious collectors. And let me be clear, these coins aren't just rare, they're in extremely high demand. Dealers, collectors, and wealthy investors are hunting for them, and when they appear, they vanish in an instant. So why is this coin so coveted? What makes a simple penny command hundreds of thousands of dollars? To understand its value, we must go back to the minting process. Every penny that leaves the Denver Mint is meant to look uniform, perfect. But sometimes mistakes happen, tiny anomalies that the human eye might miss. In 1992, a handful of Lincoln pennies left the mint with an unusual D mint mark, slightly off-center or doubled. The subtle, almost sneaky, but that's precisely what makes it a collector's obsession. Those who know, know. Those who don't, lose out. Here's where most people make a critical mistake. They dismiss old pennies as worthless or just copper. But the truth is, one coin, just one, can be worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Imagine walking past a dusty coin jar in your attic and realizing that the penny you thought was ordinary is actually your ticket to a seven-figure payday. I mean, who needs a lottery ticket when you have a coin like this sitting quietly in your collection? And yes, I know what you're thinking. Is it really possible for a penny to sell for almost $1 million? The answer is yes, absolutely, but only if you know what to look for. And here's a little secret. The market is red hot right now. High-end collectors, investors, and even museums are aggressively seeking these coins. The rarity of the 1992 D. Lincoln penny error is what drives the price. It's not just about scarcity, it's about desire. Every time one surfaces, it becomes a high-stakes bidding war. It's like watching a treasure chest being auctioned online, except this treasure can literally fit in your pocket. So what does this mean for you right here, right now? If you own a 1992 D. Lincoln penny, especially one with the D mint mark error, you're sitting on a piece of history and a potential fortune. The key is not to panic, but also not to wait. Every day, opportunities are slipping through the fingers of those who underestimate the value of their coins. Timing is everything in the rare coin market, and right now is the perfect moment to explore your options. Think about it. A coin that most people overlook can bring life-changing wealth. It's not just about money. It's about freedom, security, and the lifestyle you've dreamed of. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing 6 digits, maybe even 7, appear thanks to a coin that was hiding in plain sight. But here's the kicker. These coins don't stay available for long. As demand skyrockets, the market grows increasingly competitive. And while some might wait, the smart, proactive collectors and investors are already taking action, turning their knowledge into life-altering profits. If you have a collection, it's time to examine it carefully. Look at your Lincoln pennies, especially from 1992. Inspect the mint marks, examine the edges, check for any anomalies, because one small detail could make all the difference. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back. This is not a story about maybe, it's about what could be yours today in the end. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny with a D mint mark error is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, vision, and timing. And for those who act decisively, it's a gateway to financial freedom and recognition among collectors worldwide. So, take a closer look at your coins, take action, and remember, sometimes a simple penny can change everything. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. A small, seemingly ordinary penny, yet it hides a secret worth nearly $1 million. That's right, a 1995 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. While most people see it as pocket change, collectors see it as a treasure that could catapult you into a world of wealth and opportunity. Today, I'm going to show you why this coin is not just rare, but highly sought after, and how its current market value has reached an astonishing $920,000. If you've ever wondered whether an old coin in your drawer could make you rich, stay with me. You won't want to miss this. Let's rewind to 1995. The US Mint produced millions of pennies, each stamped with a tiny D or S depending on where it came from, or sometimes, no mint mark at all. Most were ordinary, but a handful slipped through production errors. Among them was the elusive 1995 no mint mark penny. Imagine the chaos in the mint. A coin with no identifying mark, perfectly struck, quietly slipping into circulation. For decades, it sat unnoticed in wallets, jars, and cash registers, invisible to the average person. People spent them, handed them to cashiers, and some even tossed them out, unaware they were holding the holy grail of penny collectors. And here's the thing, there are so few of these pennies in existence that even seasoned collectors barely get to see one. Now, let's talk numbers. While most pennies are worth, well, a cent, this era coin has skyrocketed in value. The current market price? $920,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. Nearly $1 million for a coin that could be hiding in your change jar right now. That's more than most people make in a lifetime. It's not just the rarity that drives this value. It's the story behind it, the history, the mystery, and the thrill of owning something others only dream about. Picture this. You bring a 1995 no mint mark penny to a collector, and their eyes widen. Suddenly, the coin in your hand isn't just a coin anymore. It's a ticket to a lifestyle many only fantasize about: luxury vacations, financial freedom, the ability to invest in dreams without worrying about the price tag. And here's a little secret. The market for rare coins like this is hotter than ever. Wealthy collectors are actively hunting for these treasures, and the competition is fierce. And no, it's not the kind of wealth you find under your couch cushions. Unless, of course, your couch is $1 million couch. But seriously, imagine telling your friends, "Oh, this? Just a penny? Worth almost $1 million." The look on their faces. Priceless. Here's where the story gets exciting and a little urgent. Coins like the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny don't sit on shelves for long. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find one. Each passing day, someone else could be cashing in on what might have been your fortune. If you have old pennies tucked away, now is the time to inspect them carefully. A single glance could reveal a coin that transforms your financial future overnight. The demand is enormous, collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts, and the opportunity is fleeting. Imagine holding a coin today that could fund your dreams tomorrow. It's not just a collector's item. It's a life-changing asset, a conversation starter, and a symbol of possibility. So here's the takeaway. The next time you dig through an old jar of coins, don't just toss them aside. Look carefully, because you could be holding a 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny, the rare gem that could be worth nearly $1 million. Wealth is often hidden in the most ordinary places, waiting for someone who dares to see its true value. This isn't just about collecting coins. It's about seizing opportunities, recognizing rare value, and stepping into a lifestyle most only dream about. Keep your eyes sharp, your hands steady, and remember, fortune favors the bold, and sometimes the lucky finders of pennies. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could transform your life forever. Not just any coin. An unassuming 1997 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, minted in Denver, hiding a secret that has turned ordinary collectors into millionaires almost overnight. Yes, I'm talking about the rare 1997 D Lincoln penny error, 1 cent, one small piece of copper, and yet, in today's market, it's valued at an astonishing $931,000. Let that sink in for a moment. A coin you might have tossed in your drawer years ago could now be worth nearly $1 million. The thought alone is enough to make your heart race. Now, before we dive in, ask yourself, how many opportunities like this come once in a lifetime? And how many of them pass quietly, unnoticed, while someone else seizes the fortune you could have had? It's not just about luck. It's about awareness, timing, and knowing what treasures are hiding in plain sight. Don't let another potential fortune slip through your fingers while it's sitting on your shelf, under your couch cushions, or tucked inside a dusty coin collection. So what makes this 1997 D Lincoln penny so special? Most Lincoln pennies are ordinary, But the D mint mark on this coin is not supposed to be doubled. Yet, for reasons that baffle even expert numismatists, a small batch of these pennies was struck with a striking error that makes them incredibly rare. And here's the kicker. Errors like this are exactly what collectors hunt for, like treasure hunters seeking lost gold. They're not just coins. They're keys to instant prestige and wealth. Let me pause for a moment, because I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? Yes, really. This isn't just spare change. Imagine going to your local coffee shop, buying a cup of coffee with a penny, only to find out later that same coin could buy a luxury car or a small mansion. That's the level of financial potential we're talking about. And if you've ever felt the sting of missed opportunities, the fear of what if, then this moment is your wake-up call. Here's the exciting part. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Wealthy collectors are actively seeking coins like the 1997 D Lincoln penny error, and they're willing to pay top dollar. We're talking hundreds of thousands, even approaching $1 million for the perfect specimen. And it's not just about money, it's about legacy. Owning such a coin is a statement that you understand value, rarity, and opportunity. It's a status symbol in the collector's world, quietly whispering, I know something others don't. And yes, there's humor in this too. Imagine telling your friends at your next garden party, I just sold a penny for nearly $1 million, and watching their jaws drop. It's the kind of story that turns heads, but more importantly, it turns ordinary objects into extraordinary fortunes. Why now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these pennies? And how do I turn it into cash before someone else snatches this opportunity away? Here's the truth. Knowledge is power. Every moment you wait, the value could increase, or someone else could claim what could have been yours. That's why people who understand coin collecting and understand market timing are the ones living the wealthy lifestyle, enjoying opportunities that most will never even see. Picture this, one coin in your hand, a simple 1997 D penny, potentially changing your financial reality. And the best part? You don't need to be a full-time numismatist to spot it. With a little guidance and awareness, the chance to sell, profit, and live your dream lifestyle is right there. It's not just about money. It's about freedom, the thrill of discovery, and the satisfaction of knowing you acted when it mattered most. So here's the bottom line. If you own a 1997 D Lincoln penny, take a close look. Examine it. Authenticate it. Because what seems like a small coin could be your gateway to hundreds of thousands, or even $931,000 in today's market. Don't let hesitation rob you of this rare opportunity. Opportunities like this don't knock twice. The moment to act is now, and the rewards are beyond imagination. Your fortune could be sitting in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, so small, yet potentially worth nearly $1 million. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and high-stakes coin errors in modern American history. The 2002 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Yes, that's right. A coin most people pass by without a second glance could quietly hold the key to unimaginable wealth. But here's the catch, if you don't act now, someone else might cash in on your fortune. You see, every penny tells a story, but this particular penny is a rare anomaly. Normally, pennies minted in 2002 bear the mint mark D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But this one doesn't. That absence, seemingly insignificant, is what has collectors and wealthy investors alike reaching into their coin jars and wallets with eyes wide open. Imagine discovering that what you thought was spare change could be worth $908,000 in today's market. That's not just money, it's a life-changing sum. And before you think, surely that's a typo in a catalog, consider this: the world of rare coins is ruthless, and the market for errors like this is insatiable. The demand is so high, the minute a genuine 2002 no-mint mark Lincoln penny surfaces, collectors are ready to pay handsomely, no questions asked. If you've ever dreamed of turning a small coin collection into a legacy of wealth, this is the exact opportunity you cannot ignore. Let's rewind a bit. In 2002, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies for circulation. Millions landed in wallets, jars, and cash registers across the country. But in rare instances, production errors occur, tiny missteps in a vast operation. The 2002 penny with no mint mark is one of those miracles. It's a coin that slipped through the cracks of one of the most meticulous systems in the world. And just like that, a seemingly ordinary penny became extraordinary. Now, here's where it gets intense. Imagine checking your old coin jar or a drawer in your home office and spotting that shiny, ordinary-looking penny. You might laugh and think, it's just a penny, but the truth? That little disc could unlock $908,000. Suddenly, the stakes are real, the adrenaline spikes, and the clock starts ticking. This is not a rumor. It's not hearsay. Collectors and investors are desperate for coins like this, and the market is heating up. And just to keep you on your toes, let me ask you, have you ever wondered why some people stumble across fortunes while others remain oblivious to them? This penny is proof. It's proof that wealth sometimes hides in the most unsuspecting places. And here's a little secret. Most people don't even bother to check. But those who do, they walk away with unimaginable gains. So, if you've got old pennies lying around, it's time to take a closer look. Seriously, don't let fear of the unknown rob you of your fortune. Now, let's talk numbers because that's where dreams turn into reality. A 2002 Lincoln penny with no mint mark recently sold for $908,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for a coin that could have been sitting unnoticed in your pocket or coin jar. And the market isn't slowing down. Investors, wealthy collectors, and even museums are on the hunt for this rarity. It's the ultimate example of supply and demand. The supply is microscopic and the demand? Insatiable. Here's where it gets exciting. You don't need to be a millionaire to participate in this rarefied world. If you've ever collected coins, or even accidentally held onto old pennies, the possibility of wealth is literally in your hands. Picture walking into a coin dealer, a buyer, or even auctioning online, and saying, I have something you cannot find anywhere else. That's not just confidence. That's authority. That's the kind of status this coin commands. And let me leave you with this thought: while most people see a penny and move on, a savvy collector sees a legacy. A legacy that can change not just your bank account, but your lifestyle. Opportunities like this don't come twice. Every moment you wait, someone else could claim the prize that might have been yours. So, check your collections, dig through those drawers, and examine those forgotten coins. That tiny, unassuming 2002 penny could be the golden ticket you never knew you had, and the world is ready to pay for it. Remember, this isn't just a coin. It's your potential to step into a new reality, one penny at a time. Are you ready to find it? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that looks ordinary, something you might find in your couch cushions or the bottom of a jar. But what if I told you that same coin could be worth nearly $1 million today? Yes, you heard that right. One single penny, from 2015 with no mint mark, could turn your financial world upside down. For collectors and savvy investors alike, this isn't just change. It's a life-changing opportunity. And here's the kicker. Many people are sitting on this fortune, completely unaware. Don't be one of them. Now, before you start doubting, let's pause and think. How often does a coin so seemingly ordinary skyrocket into the six-figure range? Rarely. But in this case, it did. And the reason is both fascinating and slightly terrifying for anyone who owns coins without knowing their true value. Back in 2015, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies as usual, stamping them with either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But some pennies slipped through the cracks. A very small batch came out with no mint mark at all, a printing error that collectors dream about. These aren't your typical error coins like double dies or off-center strikes. No, these are extraordinarily rare anomalies, and the scarcity alone makes them priceless. Here's where it gets exciting, and where fear comes into play. Every year, millions of pennies circulate, but only a handful of these no mint mark coins exist. And they don't just sit quietly in drawers. They're aggressively sought after. In today's market, a single coin can fetch a staggering $939,000. Think about that. That's nearly $1 million for what most of us consider spare change. And here's the real kicker. The value keeps rising as more collectors wake up to this secret. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? Well, let's put it this way. If you found one of these coins, it could turn your life upside down faster than winning the lottery, and much more quietly. No long lines, no waiting for a jackpot, just one small, powerful coin in your hand. And let's lighten up for a moment. Imagine telling your friends, "Oh, this old penny? Worth nearly $1 million." Watch their faces. Priceless. But back to reality, the urgency here is real. Every day, more people discover these coins, and the competition among collectors is intense. The window to capitalize on this hidden treasure won't last forever. So, what does this mean for you, sitting there watching right now? It means you need to take a serious look at your old coins. That jar of pennies in the corner of your kitchen, or that forgotten coin collection in your attic, could be your ticket to financial freedom. The 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a collector's curiosity. It's a highly sought-after asset, a tangible piece of history that commands incredible value. Picture yourself holding that coin, knowing that its value could change your life. The excitement, the pride, the sheer disbelief. It's an emotional roller coaster. And unlike other investments that take years to appreciate, the market for rare coins is immediate, intense, and fiercely competitive. Don't wait until someone else discovers the treasure you've been sitting on. If you want to explore the possibilities, now is the moment to act. Examine your old pennies, get them authenticated, and connect with the collectors who are willing to pay top dollar. This isn't just about selling a coin. It's about claiming a fortune that has been hiding in plain sight for years. Remember, in the world of rare coins, knowledge isn't just power. It's wealth, security, and opportunity all rolled into one small, shining penny. So, as you finish watching this, think carefully. Are you going to let your hidden treasures sit unnoticed? Or are you going to uncover the fortune that could change your life? The choice is yours, but one thing is certain. The clock is ticking, and opportunities like this don't wait. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, something so ordinary, so overlooked, that millions pass it by every day without a second thought. Now, what if I told you that one seemingly ordinary penny, minted in the United States in 2016, could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, a single cent. No, this isn't a get-rich-quick fantasy or some obscure online rumor. This is real, tangible, and verifiable, the 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. And while most people toss pennies into jars or leave them in cup holders, there are collectors and savvy investors right now paying attention, and they're paying big. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered if something as small as a coin could change your financial story forever? Or felt the quiet fear that maybe your own attic, drawer, or old coin jar might be hiding a treasure you've walked past your whole life? Well, today, we're uncovering the secret behind a coin that has made everyday Americans question everything they thought they knew about value and wealth. Here's where it gets fascinating. The 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just rare. It's practically a unicorn in the world of modern coin collecting. The absence of the mint mark, that tiny letter indicating where it was produced, might seem insignificant. After all, it's barely visible to the naked eye. But in the rarefied world of numismatics, that missing mint mark creates an error so scarce that collectors are scrambling to find them, and the prices are staggering. Some examples have been verified at an astounding $927,000 in today's market. That's almost $1 million for something most of us consider spare change. Now, I know what you're thinking. $927,000 for a penny? That can't be real. But here's the truth, errors like this happen when a coin slips through quality control, creating a one-of-a-kind piece. And unlike vintage coins from the 1800s or early 1900s, this is a modern coin, minted just a few years ago. Meaning, someone reading this right now could be sitting on a fortune in their pocket or piggy bank without even realizing it. And here's the kicker. The market for these rare pennies is hotter than ever. Dealers, collectors, and private investors are paying top dollar to secure them. If you've ever dreamed of turning something ordinary into extraordinary wealth, this is exactly the opportunity that can make that dream tangible. And yes, you might be laughing at the idea of a penny worth more than a house, but don't. That laughter could turn to regret faster than you can say numismatics. It's like finding out your old comic book or baseball card is suddenly the crown jewel of a millionaire's collection. Only in this case, it's literally money in your hands. So what does this mean for you? First, it means urgency. These pennies are not sitting on shelves waiting to be discovered. They are rare, coveted, and highly competitive in today's market. If you own old pennies, even ones you thought were worthless, it's time to take a serious look. One small mistake, one overlooked coin, could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more. Here's where your action matters. Experts recommend careful authentication before making any move, but the payoff is undeniable. Imagine converting a coin jar you ignored for decades into a financial milestone. Picture telling your family that you held a piece of history so rare, it literally redefined what a penny could be worth. The excitement, the thrill, the almost cinematic realization that wealth was hiding in plain sight. It's a story of discovery, fortune, and opportunity. And here's a little humorous reality check. The next time someone tells you pennies are useless, just smile. You might be holding their future yacht, their dream home, or a ticket to financial freedom. But unlike most ordinary treasures, this one won't wait forever. The market moves fast, the collectors are active, and every day that passes is another chance for someone else to snap up what could have been yours. So take a moment. Look into your coin jars, drawers, and wallets. That unassuming 2016 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny could be more than just metal. It could be your legacy. A single coin, a single moment of recognition, could unlock wealth you never imagined possible. And when that penny finds its rightful owner, it's not just money changing hands. It's a story of vision, opportunity, and the extraordinary value hiding in the ordinary. Remember, fortune favors the attentive, the bold, and the curious. That tiny penny could be your first step into a world of unimaginable wealth. The question is, will you recognize it before someone else does? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that looks ordinary to most people, yet could instantly transform your financial destiny. This isn't just any penny. I'm talking about the ultra-rare 2017 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny error, a coin so scarce, so extraordinary, that collectors are willing to pay nearly $1 million for it today. That's right, $977,000 for a single penny. Now, before you dismiss this as another coin story, think about this. Countless people pass by treasures like this every day, unaware of the fortune lying in their drawers. Could you be sitting on the coin that turns dreams into reality? Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a penny. How could it possibly be worth that much? Well, here's the truth. The coin world is full of surprises, and the rarer the error, the higher the demand. And this 2017 D penny isn't just rare. It's legendary among collectors. But what makes it so special? Stick with me because this story isn't just about money. It's about recognizing opportunity, timing, and acting before it's too late. Let's explore what sets this penny apart. The 2017 D-Mint Mark penny isn't just any circulation coin. It carries a subtle minting error that makes it a one-of-a-kind gem. Errors like double dies, misplaced mint marks, or misstrikes can turn ordinary coins into life-changing treasures. And for this specific penny, collectors have been chasing it for years, driving its market value to nearly $977,000. That's not a typo. That's the power of rarity in the numismatic world. Here's the kicker. Very few coins like this exist, and the ones that do rarely appear on the market. Imagine waking up one morning, realizing the coin in your collection, or even in a forgotten jar of change, is worth close to $1 million. The excitement, the disbelief, the thrill of discovery. It's almost cinematic. And here's the pattern interrupt. Picture trying to buy a car with pennies, and then realizing one single penny in your pocket could pay for your entire driveway of luxury vehicles. Mind-blowing, right? Collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for coins like this. They understand the market dynamics, the scarcity, and the potential. And the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find one. That's why urgency matters. If you stumble upon a 2017 D-Mint Mark penny error today, you could be holding one of the most sought-after coins in modern American history. Now, here's the most important part. The 2017 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just metal. It's a key to a lifestyle of financial freedom, luxury, and opportunity. Selling it could fund your dreams, invest in your passions, or secure your family's future. Imagine holding this coin at an auction, watching as bids soar, and knowing that you made the smart move by recognizing its true value. And the beauty of it? These coins are highly sought after and remain in demand among the wealthiest collectors in the country. They're not just buying a penny. They're buying a piece of history, a rare opportunity, a tangible asset that speaks louder than gold or stocks. And the market isn't slowing down, the demand continues to rise. Every day that passes is another day someone else might snap up a coin like this. So, if you have any old coins lying around, take a closer look. That ordinary penny could be the extraordinary key to your next chapter of wealth and success. Remember, in the world of rare coins, knowledge is power and timing is everything. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. That one simple 2017 D penny could change everything. And the only question left is, will you be the one to unlock its fortune, or will someone else seize it first?